Did you really Uber an eagle into Numenor this time?
Did I Uber
How much did it cost? What was the fare like?
We will have
Everyone
to try and
wants
outdo
Uber
ourselves.
Eagle.
You think it was only you who put yourself in my power? Galadriel.
My first question is to you, Trystan.
Yes.
In the first season, there is a big speech that you make about making Numenor great again, and how elves are stealing human jobs, men's jobs. There is a big debate on Reddit and all over social media. Do you think he set it up? Was it his plan all along?
That's what I love, is reading and hearing about what people have to say about it. I'll let you make your own mind up about that. That's all I got to say to that, to be honest. How did you think it came across?
I think there are two schools of thought about it. One is that maybe he did because it came at a very opportune moment. But then his son was telling him about there's something happening outside, and if he had all actually planned it, then why would the son inform him about it? But maybe it's all a very convoluted plot, whatever it is, it really landed and people are still talking about it. And for you, I have a question, and that is that how you progressed from over the season in the first season, things really changed for the worse for you. Like now you have really big challenges up ahead. What do you think about those challenges and how she will be able to master above those?
I think as an actor, you hope that your character is challenged in a way that they can triumph over that challenge, because you understand that for the audience, that's the experience they want to have, right? You want to root for people who you believe to be good, hoping that they can overcome things, because that's very satisfying, right, as a viewer. And I think in portraying that, for me, I thought a lot about this woman is not the same woman from the beginning of season 1 to the end of season 1. She's irrevocably changed. And I would say it will be a similar thing for season 2, that who you see Miriel as when we first are rejoining her, which is at the king's funeral, she is not going to be the same woman by the end of season 2. Which I think is a beautiful thing. And so I'm excited for people to go on that journey with her, because she's going to be tried, she's going to be tested, and there are going to be very few people in her orbit that ultimately she's going to be able to trust. And I think she has such a sort of strong sense of her conviction and purpose that, I think that's going to be something that I hope the audience can really sort of hook into and relate to for themselves. So I'm excited for you to see what it will be.
Yeah, I think one of the best part about the Numenor plotline was how they included politics from the real world into it. You get traces of it. I think it will be explored further in the second season. What do you think about his Farazon's idea would be to?
Well, I think it's interesting, because it's such a human thing, everything that we do is political. When you get up in the morning and you interact with people and stuff, nobody really wants to, I guess, be seen in their worst light. When you're telling a story, you always come out of it, however depreciating you are of yourself, you always come out of it slightly all right. Do you know what I mean? Everybody does in some sort of story, There's a little bit of mock modesty, which can be worse than arrogance sometimes, So we're all quite political in everything that we do.
It's like the personal is political.
Yes, absolutely. And so, yeah, it's great. You get a real sense of both the micro and the macro, I think, in Numenor, that we're all fragile egos, we're all vulnerable. I think you see that we're all fallible there. And also, as well, you see the grandeur, the pomp, the splendour, and the hubris as well, and how that works. So, yeah, I think you get an all-encompassing experience. I think, anyway, when I saw it, I was like, oh, that's I don't know, it feels very self-serving me saying that, really, but I shouldn't really say that, should I? No, but I think that world, it enables you, then I guess, to experience that, I think.
And Charlotte, what do you think has been the biggest thematic change this season against the first one?
I think the biggest change is that we know who Sauron is, because the first one he was hiding, and we were constantly trying to find out who he was. So, so obviously you find that out in the ending. And this season he's out in the open. So, and the audience is a bit ahead of many of the characters who actually don't know that it's Halbrand.
Yeah.
So that's the interesting and the biggest dramatic change. And now, so I think we sort of know where he's going to get to, but we don't know how he's going to do it.
Yeah.
So that's that we follow.
And Trystan, my last question.
Yes.
Did you really Uber an eagle into Numenor this time?
Did I Uber
How
an
much did it cost? What was the fare like?
We will have
Everyone
to try and
Uber-
outdo
Uber
ourselves.
Eagle. It's a new service.
I think they should give me a promo code. Thank you guys. That was all the time I had. Thank you.
Thank you very much.